Okay, this is video lesson 1.5. This is measuring and constructing angles. This is an important lesson because it's making you think, how do we name these angles, right? And it's very important that we name these angles correctly. So in this first exploration, we have to find the degree measure of each of the following angles and then classify the angles as acute, right, or obtuse. Well, let's come up with those definitions first. Let's come up with the definitions for acute, right, and obtuse. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. Okay, that's the definition of an acute angle. It has a measurement less than 90 degrees. A right angle is equal to 90 degrees, and an obtuse angle is bigger than 90 degrees. Okay, and this shouldn't be new information for you. This should be review, right? We should know what an acute, right, and obtuse angle. We should know what those are. Letter A says, so we have to find the angle, and then we have to label it. AOB. AOB, okay. So to find that angle, we have to start at A, we go to O, and then we go to B. So our angle is right here. Now, a lot of people want to say that's 145 degrees, so my angle measure is 145. No, that's not right. Okay? From A to B, it's only 10, 20, 30, 35. Okay, so the measure of AOB is 35 degrees. Now, is 35 degrees less than 90, equal to 90, or bigger than 90? It's less than 90, so we're going to label that as acute. Okay? Letter B says AOC, so we go from A to O to C. The measure of this angle here, we can go 180 to find that angle. We could say 180 minus 115, and that's going to equal 65 degrees. How did I do that? Well, A is at 180, AC is at 115, so I can just subtract those 2 degrees, 65 degrees. Again, that's less than 90, so that's acute. Okay, now we have a different start. We have to start at B, go to O, and then to C. So B, O, C, measure that angle. We could say 145 minus 115 is equal to, what is that, 30? 30 degrees. Again, that's less than 90, so that is acute. D says BOE. So again, we start at B, go to O, and then to E. We could say 145 minus 35, because this B is at 145, right? And E is at 35. To find the difference, or to find that measure, 145 minus 35 is 110 degrees. 110, is that less than 90, equal to 90, or bigger? That's bigger, so we're going to say obtuse. That's an obtuse angle. Next one, COE. So start at C, go to O, go to E. And again, sticking with the same math, this is at 115. This is at 35. So 115 minus 35, that's equal to, what is that, 70, 85? 15, 25, 35. 80 degrees, right? Well, again, if I don't have my calculator, I'm not too good at this, I can just count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80 degrees. 80 degrees. That's less than 90, so that is acute. Okay. COD. Again, start at C, go to O, go to D. 115 minus 70. That's equal to, well, let's say I'm not too good at in my head math and I don't have a calculator on, I can just count. I can go 10, 20, 30, 45. 45 degrees. And that would be acute as well. Acute. Okay, BOD. Find that angle measure, BOD. BOD. That's at 145. This is at 70. Did we already have one of those? Nope, we didn't. So 145 minus 70 degrees is equal to 75. Okay, and that's acute. A lot of acute angles today. And that last one, AOE. It's our biggest angle on there, AOE. We can say 180 minus 30. It's equal to 150. And that's not acute, that's obtuse. I'm going to clean this up, erase all this. We finish on H. Good. Okay. This second exploration, I just want to focus on part C here. Just this one, just this question. It says the sum of the angle measures of a polygon with n sides is equal to 180 times n minus 2. Do the angle measures of your hexagon agree with your rule? Let's talk about a triangle. Okay? A triangle. The triangle's interior angles should add up to 180 degrees. 180 degrees, right? So let's try this out. Well, if we take 180, multiply, how many sides does a triangle have? 3. We subtract 2. What's 180 times 1? That's equal to 180. Okay. If we did that with a square, or a rectangle or a four-side, that should be equal to 360, right? We know that as just a rule. It's a general rule. So if we took 180, multiplied it by a four-sided figure, subtracted by 2, what's 180 times 2? That's equal to 360. So just a general rule to keep in mind. Multiply 180 by the number of sides minus 2, and you'll get the total angle measure. Okay. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go down here. Okay. It says in your own words, come up with some notes. I'm going to write what the book says. Okay, so an angle is a set of points consisting of two different rays that have the same endpoint. When I think of that definition, it makes a lot of sense, right? Because if I have two rays with the same endpoint, well, I have one ray starting here and it's going down here. Then I have another ray with this endpoint, same endpoint, it's going that way. Okay, that creates an angle, right? My angle's right there. That would be my angle. Sorry, excuse me. A vertex. Okay? A vertex is where those rays meet. Same endpoint. That's the vertex. Vertex, I'm going to put an arrow right to it. Okay? Sides of an angle. Again, I'm going to point arrow. There's one side. There's my other side. Okay? Not too technical there. Okay? The interior of an angle. If I drew an angle, the interior is what I'm shading in here. It's everything inside that angle formed. Right? And that'll go on forever and ever. And it gets bigger, right? That area gets bigger as those two angles go on. The exterior of an angle, so I'm going to point my red into there, okay? The exterior of my angle is everything outside. Right? Everything. I could color, I could keep coloring. That's my exterior. Okay, it's outside the angle. You know, if you just joined notes, like if you just turned to this spot, you'd be like, what the heck is going on? Because it is a mess. Okay, but that's how I like to do notes. I like to draw things and get them in my head. Okay, the measure of an angle. We just did that up top. The measure of an angle. We have to start at one point, and then go to vertex, then to second point. Okay, and that's how we find the measure. Okay? We can find the measure with a compass or by what's given. Okay, and I'll go through some more examples of that in a little bit. An acute angle. Oh, good. We got more definitions here, which shouldn't take much. I already went through an acute angle. Okay. Not going to go through it again. A right angle, obtuse angle, a straight angle. I'll start there. A straight angle. Okay. It's straight. Okay. I have a point here. It's this angle. It makes a straight line. How many degrees is a straight line? 180 degrees. Understand that. That's important. 180 degrees is a straight angle. Okay, congruent angles. Congruent angles are same size, same shape. Okay? The reason I'm telling you same shape is because congruency comes in to a big factor in a later chapter. Okay? But same shape, two angles that have the same shape will have the same measure. Okay? Those are congruent angles. They have the same size, same angle measure, and they are the same shape. Okay? An angle bisector. Woo! This is a fun definition. An angle bisector. I'm going to draw it. Splits these two in half. Okay? So these are equal. Those are equal. Okay. Angle bisector splits in half. Two equal parts. Okay, equal. Bisect, think equal. Two equal parts. Okay, good stuff to read here. I'm going to go and start down here. I'm going to go through a few examples with you and then maybe leave a few up to you. Name three different angles in this diagram. Okay, let's start with one. Well, I could say the first angle, pretty obvious, is HFE. HFE. angle HFE. But I need two more. Okay. How about HFG? Here's another angle. HFG angle. Sorry, I'm forgetting that angle measure or angle sign. I'll do it here. My last one is going to be EFG. Okay. I'll do number 3. I'll leave number 2 up for you guys. We could say LMN, so angle LMN. I could say NMK, angle NMK. And lastly, I could say this big angle, LMK, angle LMK. If you guys want to do number 2, go for it. Down here, the majority of what your homework will be like. It says find the indicated angle measures. Well, we have 31. We have to find JKL. JKL starts at JKL. I have to find this entire angle measure. Okay. Well, I know that JKM is 31, and that's included, plus MKL, which is 85. So, what do those two add up to? Quick math is 116 degrees. Okay. I'm going to do number 6. I'll leave number 5 for you guys. Number 6 says UWX is a straight angle. What does that mean? Well, that equals 180 degrees. It's important to know that. Straight angles equal 180 degrees. Find UWV. Okay, so that's what I have to find. And XWV. Well, okay, so in order to do that, we have x plus 20 and x. We have to manipulate this. We have to, well, first we have to take what's given. We have to say x plus 20 plus x is equal to 180. Right? Wouldn't you agree that this angle plus this angle is equal to 180? From there, we get 2x plus 20, right? Combined like terms is equal to 180. We subtract 20 from both sides. We get 2x is equal to 160. Divide by 2. We get x is equal to 80. Okay, most people stop there. They're done. They think they're done. X equals 80. Okay, no, we're not. In fact, we only found one half of this answer. The measure of XWV is equal to 80. Right? So that just has x. UWV, this angle, has x plus 20. Okay, so we have to say 80, because 80 is x, plus 20 is equal to 100. So the measure of UWV is equal to 100. Okay, there's our two answers. Make sure we read each question. And we answer the entire question, not just one part. Down here, number 7 says find CAD. And then find BAD. So I'll do number 7. And maybe number 9, we'll see. Okay. CAD and, oh, actually, this entire angle is 90 degrees. Okay, so that's important to know. We can manipulate this. We can say x plus 15 plus 5x plus 57 is equal to 90 degrees. Combined like terms, we get 6x plus 15 plus 57 is 72. Yeah. Is equal to 90. If I subtract 72, I get 6x is equal to 18. And then x is equal to 3. A lot of people think they're done. Okay, they haven't even answered the question. They just found x. We have to find CAD and DAB. So we have to plug in what we got here into this equation and into this equation. Okay. CAD is 3 plus 15, that is 18 degrees. Okay. And then BAD is 5 times 3, which is 15, plus 57, which is equal to 72 degrees. Make sure we answer the entire question. Number 9, last one I'm going to go through with you. QR bisects PQS. Find those two angle measures. Okay, this is great. This is a great thing. When we say bisect, remember bisect is 2 equal parts. Okay, that's important to know. So if these are 2 equal angles, we can set them equal to each other. We can say negative 3x plus 130 is equal to 4x minus 10. From there we can add these together, or we can solve for x. Add 3x to both sides, we get 7x minus 10. Or actually, I'm going to add 10 to both sides too. 7x is equal to 140. Divide by 7, you get 20 is equal to x. Not done. Okay. Plug in 20 in for x. 20 times 4 is 80. 80 minus 10 is equal to 70. 70 degrees. Okay, there's 70 degrees. Plug in 20 to here. I get negative 60 plus 130, which is actually 70 degrees. Okay, do I even need to do the math for that second one? No. The reason? Because they're 2 equal measures. They should equal each other. Okay, so if one angle is 70, the other should be 70.